Hey y'all, it's Nancy the Handy Scandy. Welcome back for another crafty venture. I am indeed making some quick and easy cards today, and I say that they are strange and pretty, and I think that'll make sense as we go along. So let's go ahead and jump in. As you can see, I'm showing you several different products on the screen. I end up not using those last two at all, but then I also bring in one more, and it'll all make sense as we go. So this paper pad is called Pink Autumn, and it's just stunning. So we're just going to do a quick flip through. I don't belabor the process, but I just want you to see the imagery in this paper pad. Well, shoot, Whimsy's been knocking it out of the park with the paper pads, and this one does not disappoint. Now I end up choosing these last couple. I love that they're kind of surreal and kind of abstract. Yeah, those are the ones that I go with. And I also have let me make sure that I give you the right name, Mix and Match Scallops dies. And so I used the largest of the scallops die to cut out my backgrounds, and those are from the Starring Hearts paper pad. Now that is a couple years old, but I wanted that graphic, bold black and white, and it did not disappoint. And then I'm also using the Death Moth from the Exquisite Beauty rubber. It's a red rubber cling set from last year, from last Halloween. And I have just stamped it out in Versamark, and I used some black heat embossing powder, and it is from Ink on 3. It's called Black as Night. It's ultra fine embossing powder, and I wanted something ultra fine so that I didn't lose those beautiful details in this stamp. It has doily like wings, and it's just very pretty, and it has a lot of intricate design. And with embossing powder, you're going to lose some of that anyway. That's just the nature of embossing powder as it melts and spreads. But this kept a lot of that detail. One thing that I really, really love when I heat emboss on this metallic paper or this foil paper is that it cracks, and it gives such a cool effect. So, well, we'll see that up close here in a little bit, but we kind of saw it there before I did the fussy cutting. But now here I have each of them on the backgrounds that they're going to be on. I've pulled out some card bases just to kind of audition all my pieces. And I decided that I wanted there to be some separation between the pattern paper on the front panel and the pattern background paper. So I am taking my focal panel and I'm gluing it down to the top left corner of this white paper, and you can see it leaves a tiny, tiny little border, and it's just enough to create some separation, just barely enough, and it's just a sweet little border, and it allows that pattern paper to pop off that graphic black and white. Now on this one I chose to use the black because the background paper has more white, so it's black on white, so it's more white. So I wanted the black to create the separation. And on the other one, it's white on black, meaning it's more black, so I wanted the white to create the separation. So here I'm starting to construct them, gluing down the background paper. And now I have this panel, the focal panel is popped up on some double-sided foam tape. But as always, I used my liquid glue just to give me some, not only extra adhesion, but it gives me that time to move it around if I need to. So here I'm starting to work on the second panel in the exact same way, gluing down the background graphic black and white panel. I've already got the foam tape on there, adding the liquid glue. And I do love my Barrel Art glue. And then here I'm adding it to the center of that panel, and you can see how that little white frame just allows it to pop. And there you can see them both kind of from an aerial view. And I decided that I needed some separation between my Death Moth and the background as well. So I cut out these circles, and that die, they're not circles, they're ovals, is from the A2 Antique Frames die set. So I really like the separation that creates. It allows them to pop off of those colorful backgrounds. And then I have the Sparkle All the Way confetti from This Calls for Confetti. I just wanted some of that iridescent shine, that sparkle on both cards. And on the one on the left, your eye travels from top left to bottom right. And on the orange one, it's just the opposite. And you can see that I went back in and I added a row of rickrack. I just felt like both cards needed an element of something natural. I didn't want to do twine or moss or sisal or sticks or anything like that. So my rickrack was sitting here on the table and it actually seemed like the perfect solution. And I'm not mad about it, but that natural element just had it, I don't know, it just allowed it to pop. It just felt more complete. But again, these were quick and easy. It's mostly just die cutting, very little stamping or heat embossing. And they are strange because of the sentiment, strangeness. And they are very pretty, very pretty. You're working with some beautiful imagery, some beautiful papers. You just can't go wrong. So guys, thank you for joining me. Let me know what you do to make quick and easy cards. That's hard for me. So until next time, I'll meet you downstairs in the comments. And this has been Nancy, the Handy Scandy. Mwah. I'm out.